Hi loves, welcome back to Angelic Clip. It's been a while and I've missed you all so much. So today's reading is one that have been stirring deep within me and I hope it touches something deep within you too. So in today's reading, we're going to answer the question why the disconnection feels so intense, so familiar and so soul stirring. So maybe you've met someone recently who you ignited something with and quite explain what it is. And so today we're going to be diving beneath the surface into the soul waters and explain maybe why you can't find the words to describe this intensity in this connection. So we've got here group number one, which is represented by this glowing celestine. And then group number two, you're going to be represented by this beautiful pink crystal. And then group number three, if you're reaching for this one, then you've got the beautiful aquamarine that's representing your group. And then group number four, we got here a beautiful rock crystal. So if that aligns with you. So just take a moment right now, breathe in and see which one speaks to your heart, which group is attracting you the most or pulling you closer. And once you've chosen, you can jump straight to your group by using the timestamp down below. See you in a bit. Hi there, group number one. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful celestine crystal. So beautiful, and it's such a beautiful angelic crystal. And I feel like your connection might be divinely guided. There must have been maybe certain signs that you have received, maybe you saw numbers, or maybe your intuition regarding this person was super strong. And I feel that is the first thing that got you thinking within this person. That is the first thing that you're like, what the hell is happening and what am I feeling? But let's dive into the cards and see what we are getting for you. So the first card I got here is the Hermit, and a lot of cards are already falling out. So we've got here the Queen of Knives. We've got the Queen of Pills reversed here. Let's see what else we've got. We've got the Three of Cigarettes. So these are the cards at this moment that I'm feeling that is describing your connection and why this person is pulling you in so closely. So I feel like definitely this is not a random connection. It's definitely encoded and maybe even your spiritual DNA. It's like from the moment you saw this person, this energy, you recognize it. It's like you get like a ping from the universe. It's like cosmic. Like this one matters. Like it's that soul recognition, as I said, like from this person. That's kind of like the first thing that I'm feeling. So the first card is the Hermit. So the Hermit is something that you're feeling right within. This is a card that just tells me that this person has stirred something that you were waiting for a long time. It's kind of like back to your flows. Is it like this connection has guided me back to myself? It's meaning that you're exploring the inner terrain. Like it's pushing you to go back inwards. It's awakening something within you that you've maybe never felt. For some people, it could also be that it triggers certain trauma, or I wouldn't say like traumas, because I just don't like that word, but let's say healing points, healing triggers within yourself that this person is triggering within you. Okay, so that is the first thing I'm seeing. Like, look at this. Like, the heart is opening up. It's mirroring. It's kind of like starting to feel a lot of things inside. Maybe emotions that were lost for a very long time, and finally you're feeling them. You're finally feeling. That's like a huge part that I'm sensing here. You're finally feeling things are being awakened within you. So next up, we've got the Queen of Knives. So I think you are showing like up as an emotional, fierce, but yet tender. So the Queen of Knights doesn't beg. She's like someone that knows, so you feel deeply, but you're also discerning. Like this person stirs your inner protection, your vulnerable, romantic at the same time. You're learning with this person where your boundaries are. And I think this is a beautiful connection alongside with the Hermit. It's kind of like making you realize where you maybe have been slacking in the past. And now this person is almost giving you a play field to play with boundaries. Like, what do I want? This person is making you fierce, is making you feel confident. And this is really, really, really beautiful. So then we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and this is kind of like a struggling to kind of like ground this energy. One or maybe both of you are kind of like also feeling like a little bit emotionally avoidant. I feel like maybe because of this emotion or this feeling, you might be thinking like, whoa, this is super, super intense. And because everything that I'm feeling a little bit like it's destabilizing my life. Like it's breaking stuff up. It's making me, at the same time, like it's making you confident, it's also making you uncertain in the emotional area. And I know this is kind of like wonky to say it, but that is exactly how I feel it. Like it's giving you enormous strength to speak in your power, but then at the same time, it is making you a little bit cautious. Like this is bringing a lot of emotions, and is this what I want to feel? And with the Three of Cigarettes, I'm getting that this all what has been happening is because there has been an emotional burnout in your past, or maybe if you have this connection longer, like even in this connection it's like super intense, that at some point it can also feel you like it's burn, it's kind of like using all your energy, like. And it could also represent that some of the things that you guys have in a connection might be things that you kind of like need to release, like old residue, old fires. Like you feel like, oh, maybe the past relationships have been leading up to this one. And at some point it's also like tiring. Like, will this one be different? So I feel like this emotion is, or this connection is stirring like so many things up, that you guys are like, wow, like where do I stand? Is this like even real? And do, maybe at a certain point, do I want to invest in this, So in kind of like a sum up, I feel like this connection is activating something that is ancient in you. And I feel like you're not imagining this. You've met this person before in a certain space or beyond this life, It is something that really touches you deep. But to ground it, you must kind of like nurture your roots, just not your kind of like where you're flying at this moment. So it feels like this emotion or this connection is kind of like destabilizing you in a certain way that is making you very insecure, as it also stirs a lot in you. But at the same time, as I said, it does makes you stronger. And yeah, it's like the soul knows that something deep is happening. And at the same time, as I'm saying, to go back to the root, it's like you need to go inwards within the Hermit to let it all kind of like sink in, because it's a lot. When you meet someone that connects to you so deeply, it's really, really, really intense. So let's see if we can get a little bit of clarification with the below the surface oracle deck. Let's see what might come up in your reading. So we've got like a lot of cards already popping out. So let's see. We've got here the life is a marathon. So we've got here a giant oceanic manta ray, and it says don't burn yourself out in one sprint. So this is kind of like really telling. I feel like, as I said, like this connection is taking a lot from you. It feels like a lot is coming your way, and it's daring like a whole lot, because remember, if this is like a lifelong connection, it's it's going to be really deep. So I feel like at this moment you got to remember to yourself that this connection isn't about fast results or labels. It's about your soul journey. It's about what you're going through. And it might mean that you won't get there like super fast, but it's about allowing this journey to happen. So you might feel exhausted or unsure because you're running at your emotional sprint at this moment in a high speed, and the universe is slowing you down to protect your energy. So if you feel like there's a lot going on, and I feel like also with the Hermit, it's really connected with each other. Like it's stirred you like really deep, but now it's better to go slow, really go slow, instead of moving really deep. I feel like you're not meant to prove your worth to this connection. I feel like a lot of you might be feeling this, like I need to do this. So maybe a lot of you guys are someone who wants things to, I don't know, like you want to give it your all, but now it's like the universe is saying, not now. Yeah. And also, if I'm looking at the water situation here and the mantra, it could also mean like maybe, you are overthinking things a lot. So because this emotion is stirring a lot, you might be getting a lot caught up in your head instead of your heart. So it might also mean like, drop your head to your body, like trust the tide instead of kind of like chasing it or fighting it. Like look at this, the mantra is kind of like swimming up the stream. It's like being let into this beautiful space, and I feel like this is definitely what is going on for you. So yeah, that is the first card that I got. So let's look at the other cards that we have here. So another card that I got here is the Orca Pod. Let me put it this way. And teamwork makes the dream work. Work with others to accomplish greatness. So I feel like at this moment you're very much within yourself. And because you're that much within yourself, it's like you are like on your own. So it might feel like you're very much on your own. So connecting it with the Hermit, I feel like this connection has sparked your deepest individual growth. And it's also reminding you that I feel like this card is reminding you right now that even if it sparks something deep within you, that the healing, that the journey doesn't have to happen on your own. It's if you have like soul family or friends, I feel like the key here to get out of your head and down to your body is to talk about other people with it. So it might feel like you're very alone in this connection and you feel like you need to solve it all on your own. But I feel like at this moment, it's like remember, you're not alone in this connection. So let's put this one right here. It's a really beautiful card. And then the next card that I have for you, group number 1, is Tiger Shark. Your ancestors are watching and make them proud, which is such a beautiful card. I feel like this emphasizes how beautiful this connection truly is. It's a connection that has not only awakened your heart, but I feel like also awaken kind of like your lineage memory. And I have this happen like before when I had like a connection. It does trigger something in your past. And as this connection is super deep, as we can see, and very, very intense, we can see that, you know, your ancestor, your spiritual culture, maybe your even like your soul-based presence, like they've walked through this. They walked with you, and they're saying, you know, you are the one who remembers, you know, you are the one that heals forward. And so all of these packages and things that are here, you're able to let them go. So this person might actually be giving you the opportunity to shed the layers of trauma, of healing points that you have been having in the past. So it's kind of like maybe a part of an ancestral karmic lineage here, which is very, very beautiful and also important in this. So I think like this connection may have rocked your world, but your roots, they run very, very deeply, and you need to remember that your ancestors are here with you, not to kind of like put pressure on you, because maybe when you see like, oh, you know, do it because we are kind of like being proud of you, you might think, oh my god, I need to think about my choices and things like that. But I don't feel like it's that. It's like they're reminding you that no pressure, and we are just so proud of you that you've reached this connection, and this connection might hold the potential to break something that has been kind of like lingering in the past in your family lineage. So maybe it's a very karmic defining card, right? So, or a connection. So sorry about that. So ask for more help. It doesn't make you weak. Now this truly emphasizes the Orcapod card here that we got. And I think this is really important here, because it might feel like you, my beautiful soul, are someone that truly wants to solve everything on their own. It's like you have been so super tough your whole life, and this is gonna like emphasizing everything just a little bit more. It's like when you ask for help, it doesn't mean that you are weak. It does mean that you kind of like you have the power. You are learning to receive support. So if you have been doing a lot of things kind of like on your own, my beautiful soul, this energy, oh, these are a lot. I'm going to shuffle again. But this energy is truly showing you that you don't have to do it alone. There are people beside you, and I feel like this is also a person that is going to show you that you don't have to do it alone. You're learning that you are, you know, ready and also able to receive that support and love. So this person is awakening a lot deep within you, and I can feel it's also a little bit complex for you. But don't worry, time will tell, time will heal certain uncertainties that you are experiencing. And the last card that I'm getting for you, look at this. It's saying, yay, celebrate yourself. You deserve it. It's so beautiful, and it almost feels like a roundup with the Hermit energy. I'm just kind of like feeling like your whole reading is so aligned with each other that I'm like, wow, dang, so beautiful. So I feel like despite the confusion, the ache, and the overthinking, I feel like you've managed to say it here, my darling. You didn't abandon your heart. It's kind of like here. And I feel like you're asking yourself now hard questions, and you're facing the tidal waves and those kind of like reflections instead of truly giving a heart reaction. And this card is kind of like your reward. It's like saying, it's like your spirit guides are kind of like saying, yeah, you know, you're doing such a great job. And I feel like that also connects with the ancestors, like the tiger shark. The ancestors are watching. It's like they're saying, we're so proud. We're so proud. We know that this connection is hard. We know that this connection is not easy, but you're staying, you're claiming this energy. And even though I feel like, even though some of you guys might be so afraid of this connection, you're finally allowing the love to reach you, to reach your heart. And that might have been like such a huge healing point in your family lineage. Maybe in your past, your parents, your family has just agreed upon certain commitments with each other, not truly out of love. And this shows me that there is something within your connection that is completely different and also healing. So it's like everyone is rooting for this connection. Like, celebrate yourself, you deserve it. It's like a warm embrace after the journey of the hermit. Like, you either might be doing this work still, or you kind of like at the end, but you're so much healing this. You've done something that is so powerful by choosing stillness over chasing, by reflection over reaction, and connection over control. And I feel like this is the way this connection is steering you in so many deep waves. Wow, it's like so beautiful, so beautiful. So group number 1, this is your reading. It's a very deep connection. It's settling with this beautiful energy that you get to be proud, darling. Yes, this person, I feel, is something magical within your life. It's going to bring you such joy, and your connection is like on a whole different level. And you, my darling, deserve this connection. This person is staring so much, but it's allowing also so much space for you to be you, for you to grow. And it's going beyond you. It's actually going into your lineage. And I feel this is where I can say, I'm so proud of you, group number 1. You got to take a moment right now to celebrate this connection and celebrate every step that you've made throughout this connection and going to be making. And I can say from the bottom of my heart, group number 1, I feel like this is such a beautiful connection that might last you a lifetime. And I don't say this very often, but I do feel that for some of you guys, and remember this is a group reading, but for some of you guys, this might be a lifelong connection that you have been waiting for. So there you have it, group number 1. I hope that you like this reading. Let me know in the comment box down below if this resonated in any way with you and with what you're struggling. I love you, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye. Hi there, group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful pink crystal, and I am definitely feeling here some fresh butterflies. I feel like this person is making you feel completely infatuated. I feel like this is a super sweet connection. But before I go very deep into this story, let's see what type of cards are popping up for your reading here, group number 2. I hope that we can get to the bottom of the question today, to why this connection is touching you so deeply and stirring so much, or maybe even feels so familiar to you. What's going on here for group number 1? So the first card I have here is the Ace of Bottles. Then the second card I've got here is the Ace of Cigarettes. Let me see, is everything sharp? And the third card is the Nine of Pentacles. And let's see what card number 4 might be here. I've got here the reverse of a bottle for card number 4. So very interesting. Right ahead. This is what I'm getting for your reading. So let's put this one right here. So first up, we've got the Ace of Bottles. So first off, the energy that I'm just so sorry that I'm getting is it's sweetness and something else. Sweetness and bitterness. There is kind of like an emotional twist underneath. It's just not butterflies. It is something. It may feel new, but it also stirs a little bit of old here. A bird, maybe old desire or something. That's kind of like what I'm getting now that I've laid down the cards. So let's see what we got here. So with the Ace of Bottles, I'm feeling like definitely here we've got like a spark. It's the Ace of Bottles is the Ace of Cups, which represents something new, something that is very innocent, very fizzy, high. It's like almost like when someone gets like into your bloodstream, right? I don't know, it feels so surreal. It's just not lost. I feel like there is hope here for a real emotional bond. The saying like your heart just opened its window again. There's like something new that's coming and you are ready to receive it. Like that's also what I got, like just looking at this crystal. I got like butterflies. I'm getting this beautiful in love sensation running through my body. So that is what this person is definitely stirring within you. And then we've got the Ace of Cigarettes here right next to the Ace of Bottles. And the double aces, oh my love, I'm feeling like this is double ignition. It's like chemistry all over the place. It's like what I'm saying, like, I feel it so much in my soul right now. If I could be like, I'm just getting like really, really hot. I think you guys have like a steamy connection, like truly. It is a mental stimulation. It is passion. It is high chemistry here. What I'm feeling for you guys, it's intense and it's insane. It's the kind of energy that keeps you thinking about them like all night. It's quick, it's hot, even maybe sometimes a little bit impulsive or reckless, you may call it. It's like the phase where you guys are so infatuated with each other. Like that is what I kind of like felt the first moment that I got the crystal. Oh my god, I'm getting it like really, really hot, and it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh my god. So the Nine of Cards tells me that you've kind of like been waiting for this, darling. You have been waiting and daydreaming about this kind of sweetness, and you may have also kind of like numb parts of your heart to get here. So maybe in the past you would just push it aside or something, and now you're emotionally ready for this. You're craving for this. And sometimes it's about filling voids with fantasy, and it's kind of like your reminder. Like even with all of this beautifulness and sweetness, and I mean, like what else can we call it, this beautiful energy? But I feel like I have to say it to not put this person or even this connection on a pedestal. So love can make you reckless. Love can make you do things that, let's leave it to that. Okay? But this is saying be careful. Even if it's making you feel so happy, so content, and so enjoyed about everything, to put this person on a pedestal, because if you do so, it's going to make you insecure. And that's no reason to be like insecure in this relationship, in this connection. You get to kind of like stay yourself, stay grounded. So I feel like this is the reason why this relationship is so deep, because it's stirring something deeply. It's kind of like making you giggle. It's kind of like making you hoo hoo ha ha. Like, I don't know, like where these terms are coming from, but that's what I'm feeling. I'm getting just like hot just reading your reading, which is crazy, but that's exactly the energy that I'm getting for you, my darling. You are going somewhere deep within this person. If you're already connected with this person, it might be that you guys might have hot, steamy, intimate moments. You might be doing things that you never thought you would do again, or maybe even do. But yeah, yeah. So this is kind of like where I'm getting here, like from these 3 cards. But here lies a little bit of a twist here, group number 2. And the twist is that we got here a reversed bottle, and this is the 3 of bottle in reverse, which means the 3 of cups in reverse, right? And it's like one of you guys might be blocking the emotional flow. Someone, it might be you, or it might be like this person, it's not quite ready to pour it all the way. It's like saying, along with the 9 of Pentacles, don't chase the fantasy. Check if this is kind of like real and mutual. So the thing with this connection is it steers you almost so deeply that you're not able to think clear, or that you find it really hard to hold your head to the game. And so this might be a connection that you're infatuated with someone, and you haven't kind of like connected with that person yet, or I feel like this connection might be like in the very early stages, as I'm kind of like reading the energies. It's something very new, it's something very infatuated, and it feels like you haven't like really truly connected like on a deep level. And I feel like if you're in that stage, you need to check for yourself if this person is truly feeling it as well, or if this person is giving you a sign like, I'm not feeling it. So this is a hard reality check. Remember, we might not always want to hear what we want to hear when we do the tarot readings, but this is, I feel like, definitely a reality check. Don't go too hard, too deeply within, because sometimes it isn't mutual. But the reason that this person is feeling you this way is because this person is opening up something that is so sweet, so juicy, and you have been waiting so much for that sweetness that you're kind of like almost like pouring everything within it. And you might also be fantasizing things, and you might be daydreaming so much about this person that they keep you in their grip. So it feels super, super sweet. And this sweetness might all be related to you and not per se to them. That is what I'm seeing. All the sweetness and ooh la la feeling that I'm getting, it might not all be related to them, but it is what you're feeling. So these are emotions that are deeply within you. It's like you're this kid again. You feel super young again. You feel energized because of this person. You keep thinking about them. They keep you up at night, but you have to think about reality as well. But before we kind of like go any further, hop any further, let's see what the below the surface oracle card deck has to say. Which cards are applying at this moment to you and also to this energy, this connection. So let's see below the surface card deck. Ooh, I've got this one just recently in the first group, but now we've got it with you. So we've got the giant oceanic manta ray, which is life is a marathon. Burn yourself out in one sprint. As I said, I got this one in the last group number 1. And it's so funny that I'm also getting it in your group too. And I feel like it is a powerful anchor for you in here, group number 2. I feel like this new connection, it's sweet, but overexcitement, the way maybe you're fantasizing and going into it, can like turn into this emotional burnout fast. Like if you keep going at this moment, if you keep pulling kind of like all your energy into it, it's going to drain you eventually. Like seriously, if you don't sleep, if you're eating less, it is causing so much energy from you. And this is definitely a card that is saying, feel this fully, but don't lose yourself to this person or trying to hold on to this crazy wave of excitement of just, the sweetness. It is reminding you actually that real love, true love, isn't about the intensity, it is about consistency. So yes, it's awesome and great if you are like in the beginning of stage and you're feeling the first thing that I said when I saw this group is like infatuated. And this could be good, but this could also be like a little bit over, because infatuated sometimes is very, very near to obsession. And so if you are, let me say, like obsessing over someone, I don't mean to hurt your feeling in any way here, group number 2, but I am here to give you the messages that I'm receiving. But if you are doing this, then take a step back. Your energy is running low because of this. So you don't have to earn affection from someone by, overgiving or overthinking of over-romanticizing any person. You need to stay in your own rhythm and your own timeline and your own attention span. I feel like this is like really true. So this card is actually just like saying like a lot. Are you living in a fantasy, or are you seeing the real deal here? Group number 2. So don't abandon your own emotional pace just because you want to stay connected. I feel like this is really, really important here for you, group number 2. So let's see what else we have here in the cards for you. It's a little bit of a slow card. So we've got here blue whale, which is saying ultimate fulfillment. Dream big, it will all work out. Kind of like a whole different vibe that I'm getting from the other cards, and it brings kind of like depth, density, and it's emotional abundance. So I feel like, yes, what you feel, it's kind of like real. It is definitely, look at this, it's boring, right? It is definitely heart fulfilling, and there is definitely a potential for soulmate, but it's asking you to hold the long-term vision. It's not just like the fluttery beginning. So yes, we had to go like into the depth to not kind of like put this person on a pedestal or even this connection. But yes, this is kind of like giving, with this card, definitely kind of like soulmate potential. There may be some fears of kind of like feeling like this could be like too good to be true, because it's bringing kind of like all of this fantasy. So maybe knowing this, maybe you are the one who's holding back. Maybe you are the one who's kind of like, oh my God, is this, is this real? Am I like going crazy? So reading this, it might be like you going for, oh my God, I need to hold back my horses. I'm not sure if I can dive too deep into this because of all these emotions. Is this kind of like even real because of the intensity that I'm feeling this connection, right? So yeah, it is definitely showing with this real true desire to really connect deeply with a person, and a connection that you feel definitely safe in. So it kind of like echoes the mantra really beautiful in a way. Like, don't burn yourself out by trying to manifest it, but let the wave carry you towards it. So don't chase the wave, don't chase this feeling, but let it settle into it. That's kind of like what I'm feeling. That is definitely more, I feel like, aligned with the beautiful fluttery emotions feelings that I was having at the beginning. I kind of like got like a dip afterwards with this one. I was like, what is going on? But definitely getting this blue whale tells me that you guys, you are on the right path here. I feel like this connection is super intense for you guys, that you might be holding off because you're thinking maybe I should be a little bit careful, maybe I should not over romanticize it, which is good. I feel like you should stay real to yourself. You shouldn't just jump into the wave or keep, but at the same time I feel like don't overthink it as well. Just let it just be. You don't have to chase it. You will see like slowly the connection will find its place and will settle in a way that feels more comfortable for you, for your nervous system, and anything like that. Look at this. Hermit crab, finding shelter. Your existence is enough, my beautiful soul. And I feel like this is really gorgeous. I feel like this ties it a little bit together. Your existence is enough. Let this one sink in just here for a moment. It is like you're saying, you may have felt like, you have to be exciting or magnetic or irresistible, like even to be loved. I feel like this is also like a little bit of the trembling here. So sorry about that. The trembling here that I'm feeling underneath. There is also a little bit of insecurity here in the Three of Bottle. The fear of not being able to receive love and happiness, all those feelings. I feel like you're blocking that, right? Group number 2, you're blocking to receive this whole beautiful feeling. You're like, oh God, it's kind of like scary. I'm not sure if I'm deserving of this. Am I attractive enough? Am I lucky enough? Is this person really going to love me? I feel like that is also what I'm getting here with the bottle of Three of Bottle here in reverse. I'm getting like more and more. The more cards pop up, the more I can get like into the core of this reading, which is really, really beautiful. But it shows that in a bit, you are protecting yourself a little bit. So this aligns beautiful with the Three of Bottle. This is like what ties the reading up for me, because it shows me that you are the one who is sheltering themselves. So it's not the other person, it's you, my darling. I'm kind of like calling you out right now. You are putting yourself in this beautiful shelter, in this glass, and you're saying, is this safe for me to come out? Even if I'm feeling like all these emotions, is it safe for me to come out? And it's good that I feel like you're not putting this person on a pedestal. Maybe these emotions are allowing you to carry this person on a pedestal, but you're trying to bring it back down. You're trying to be realistic about this feeling. Like, I'm getting you here, group number 2. So you're sheltering yourself in this connection because you're like, whoa, hold on, this is going way too fast, right? I'm feeling all of these emotions. It's overwhelming. And this beautiful crab is saying, darling, it's okay to protect yourself while still letting love in. And It's not a burden for needing safety. It's kind of like saying you're allowed to protect yourself. You're allowed to be a little bit careful here. That's okay. Just don't allow it to define your path, but you're allowed to be a little bit careful. And it's okay that you're a little bit careful. So I've got you covered here, group number 2. I've got you covered. I kind of like know now where you're coming from. All of these emotions is damn overwhelming, and I get it. I get it. Let's see here with a little bit of, let's see what this oracle is called. It's called Shine from Inside Oracle card deck. So let's see what this one is saying about this connection, what more you need to kind of like learn or anything in that way. Let's see what this connection has got you thinking. What more can we learn from this connection? Let's see. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep your thoughts positive. This is the card. It's so beautiful, you guys. It's so beautiful. And I think it aligns again beautifully with the Three of Bottles and finding shelter. Like, let that sink in. It just is like, I think it's good that you're sheltering yourself. You're allowed to shelter yourself when you're going through this new phase. But keeping the thoughts positive, meaning just don't feed the fears, but feed the positive thoughts that you're having. And it's okay. I feel like your thoughts are creating your emotional weather. So keep the skies open for what's trying to unfold. So if you find yourself spiraling, come back to the beginning, to feeling the lightness, the spark, the sweet recognition. I feel like that should be your anchor. You know, you got to stay open and trust what this means for your heart. It will find its way home. And I feel like here, group number 2, you're kind of like a doom thinker, right? You're someone who always expect the worst when things are looking bright. So because of this sweetness that is happening, you are becoming more and more fearful of this connection. That's like what I'm getting. The sweeter the connection. Number 3, welcome here to your reading. So you're here because you're drawn to this beautiful aquamarine crystal and just feeling this stone, just gemstone. I'm getting like a feeling of, I know, like quietness, like stillness, if that is the thing that this person is connecting towards. It just feels like something light, but at the same time very deep. It's almost like ocean deep. I don't know how to explain this anymore, but this is the first feeling that I'm getting from this reading. So let's dive into the cards and see if the cards are aligning with anything that I'm seeing at this moment. But this is definitely the feeling that I'm getting from this group. I'm definitely getting like a heart chakra energy here. So I feel like something is happening here very deeply. So we've got the 8 of Pentacles that is coming up at the first card. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles as the second card. Let's see what else we have here. We have the 7 of Knives. Okay, great. And then at the end we have the 9 of Pentacles. So the first kind of like, I just Let me put this right. The first kind of like feeling that I'm getting, I feel like this group, as I said, it's a group that is heart-centered. The energy isn't loud or chaotic, which is very differently than the other groups that I have done today. I feel like it runs deep in the soul. I feel like it's a connection that holds very unspoken emotions, very unspoken energy. That is kind of like what I'm getting. It's emotional growth, and I feel like there is some kind of a turning point here in this group. I feel like you are at an edge of something, like a turning point. So that's just solely based on the energies and just what I'm seeing here at hindsight. So the first group, we've got the Eight of Pills. I feel like someone is walking away physically or emotionally, but it wasn't just a cutoff. It was a search kind of like for emotional depth. And this card speaks of a longing for more. So either you or this person needed space to go inward. It wasn't kind of like a rejection. It was more of a self-preservation. So you wanted to explore some things. Maybe this person or you were trying to figure things out. And with the Queen of Pills, I feel like here there is so much love to give. And you, my dear love, you're someone that feels deeply, that feels silently, but also very much kind of like with grace. This card for me represents maybe your emotional essence. It says to me that you are a very intuitive person, that you're feeling things very deeply, and that you might be even like an empath. So you're feeling things deeply. Maybe sometimes even having a hard time to bring things into words. And so this might either be you or might be like this person. However, it's affecting you very, very deeply. You can feel it deep within your soul. And that's kind of like what I'm seeing, the heart chakra. I'm definitely seeing here a deep heart chakra. There is a lot of emotions here. A lot of emotions. But the truth to the Queen of Pails is also that you might have overgiven in silence. And maybe you, in this connection, you might have just been unseen here by holding it all together. And I feel like because this person awakens something deep within you. They touch something that is very, very deep within your soul. That's why this person hits you real hard. That's why this person runs through you so hard here. Group number 3. And the Seven of Knives, which represent the Seven of Swords. I feel like here is kind of like where the energy kind of like shifts. There was, or maybe there still is, some emotional avoidance, some maybe withholding, or even someone not being absolutely honest. It could also be that sometimes you are in this self-deception. So either someone is not being completely honest, and that's also might be the reason why it hits you so deep. It could be because you are feeling a little bit of an adjustment. You feel like there are certain things that are unspoken and that you want to say stuff. When it's like unfinished business, that's kind of like the words that I was looking for. Like maybe you have unfinished business. Sometimes when you leave someone behind or anything like that, you're like, there are certain things that I wanted to say and I didn't get the chance to say that. And now you feel like you want to see this person again, or you want to get another try to say the things that you're feeling, right? Because you don't want it to be left this way. So that's, yeah. You know, it could also just be a whisper as someone wasn't ready to fully be seen. Or maybe in a case of a good connection, it could be like you felt something, that something was off, but couldn't like fully grasp it. And so this person still holds you in their energy. And with the 9 of Cups, or 9 of Pills, I have to say, I feel like despite everything, this connection activated your self-worth journey. With the 8 of Pills, like definitely, this is like a self-worth journey. The 9 of Cups is all about, emotional maturity, learning to receive and just not to give. It's just like you've grown and you know now what your heart actually deserves. But there are still maybe some unfinished business with this person. And so it's a tough one. So I feel like this connection didn't kind of like shake you with a maybe drama, but it moves you and it brought you back to yourself. And I feel like you're not a needy person for wanting honesty, right? We deserve honesty. And it's not too much to ask to want that depth. So if you've been doubting yourself, if this person, or if you should have like asked this person, I want full honesty, I want full commitment. And if you're wondering like why this person was holding back, I feel like that's not too much. That's the bare minimum of a good relationship. So I feel like you have been definitely on track in this. But the thing that's keeping you within this is because you don't maybe have the full story yet. And you deserve that, right? So I feel like this is a connection that is still, that is deep, and that is unspoken. Like literally what I've said before with the gemstone. And it's so crazy that these cards are telling the exact story that I'm feeling. That is kind of like the exact story. So let's hop into some oracle cards from the below the surface deck. And let's see what the oracle cards will say about this connection. Okay, so we've got already one card popping out. So we've got here mantis shrimp. Don't give up, you're almost there. And you can see here the boxing gloves. It's wow, and the fierce look here of the mantis shrimp. And I'm getting like this is such a gentle, powerful affirmation for you. Like after all the emotional stillness and quietness of all the cards, it's like your spirit guides are kind of like giving you like a hand on the shoulder and saying like, you've been doing the inner work. Don't retreat now. Something is shifting, even if you can see it. I mean, a mantis shrimp, it's an animal that has like the most advanced vision in the animal kingdom. Like it sees colors and truths that others can't see. And it's so telling in this way in what you're going through. I feel like your perception, my dear love, is valid. You weren't imagining things. And so this may be about a connection or your emotional growth journey as a whole, but you're breaking through. You're kind of like breaking through. So I'm seeing like in the end, you will see the truth. You will see what you need to see regarding this connection. So even if it's taking you this long, this is not a time to give up. You will see the truth, and so you need to hold on tight to it. You need to trust it. Stay with your healing, stay with your heart. And I feel like even though if you feel like nothing is moving, trust that it is. As I said, like you've come so far here, group number 3. Maybe you're about to unleash something. You're about to see the truth with the mantis shrimp here. Something is about to come up and pop on the surface, but don't give up, my dear. It's definitely coming. So let's see here. We've got 2 cards, or actually 3, but we've got the, let me see here, a broth club cuttlefish, rapid chances, let your flexibility serve you. So I find this one to be very interesting that you're getting this one. I feel like you're just flowing. You're just flowing in a way. And I feel like you are in this great kind of like wave where you're finally balancing things out. It feels like you're very much in control. And it's almost like where the mantis shrimp kind of like left off, and now this is kind of like picking up. It's like something is rising, something is shifting, and you're able, or maybe your ability to stay fluid. So you're able to stay fluid. You're able to stay flexible. I think that is kind of like what I'm searching for, because I don't feel like you're not in your power at this moment. I definitely feel like you're holding your ground. So I feel like you're quickly to adapt to new situations. And I feel like the spirit are asking you to stay, but be flexible as the truth is finally surfacing, or someone's mask is falling away. So more and more you're seeing this person for what it is. And if this person is changing, or if you're seeing the truth that you don't like, it's also a reminder that you're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to let go. Or even the other way around, like you're even allowed to open up again to this person. Like whatever is the way you're shifting, right? Because this person truly touches something deep within you, but it needs to align with your own energy. So this connection may be out of move or reveal something very quickly. But it's not about, it's not about like standing still or putting your foot in the ground. It's about moving with this connection. And so as the connection is unfolding, it's kind of like asking you to move with it, to allow yourself to experience whatever is unfolding, and to not hold on. That's kind of like what I'm saying. Like, don't put your foot in the ground. Don't stand where you wanted to be or keep there because you thought that's what you needed to choose. If things change, you're allowed to change with it, and that's okay. So the next card is Common Octopus. Solve any problem. Your mind is your most significant advantage. And in this kind of like connection where I'm seeing that a lot of things are going to be revealed very quickly, or a mask is going to fall off, I think this one is very, very telling. Like, an octopus is very adaptable, and you can see like it holds different things here in its tentacles. So it's highly intelligent, and it can escape tight spots, like even when others can see them. They're very, very intelligent creatures. And so in this context, I'm saying like your emotional intuition and your mental clarity in this setting is kind of like unstoppable. This might be like the turning point for you. You're being really asked to trust your discernment. Like, is this connection, like these are the things that you need to take with you. Like, is this connection nourishing or is it draining? And what truth is arising, and how can you act and adapt to that new situation? And it also echoes in a really beautiful way, like you're not stuck, you can move, you can still shift, you can solve this, and not by like truly solve this with force or anything like that, but truly by thinking like this octopus, like thinking out of the box, thinking big, thinking like in shape shift, like being flexible. So it's really an emphasizing of the broth club cuttlefish. So I think like if they're saying anything, they're saying like you don't have to grip this connection to understand it, but just allow your inner wisdom to come up. And when it does, you can solve anything, or you can shift this whole energy if you want to, or release it. It's all done in love, but it's kind of like what you choose it. It's up to you, my darling. Nothing is holding you back. You're in control. Just stay with grace and poise. That's kind of like what I'm hearing. So for you, I drawn kind of like an extra card. And this is a card that I had before in a group. And so it's so funny that out of all the cards, similar cards are popping up today. But the tiger shark says your ancestors are watching. Make them proud. Make them very, very proud. You can see here a short tooth hanging, a beautiful necklace, but also here a crystal bowl. And I'm seeing here, like, it's just a confirmation for you. It is the emotional depth of an ancestral strength. It's about also healing something that is within you, especially since we're having it here on a personal growth. Because sometimes through a relationship, we'll learn what we're worth. And sometimes relationship kind of like pushes us inwards to see what we have been lacking and why we've drawn certain people into our life, right? So if this person in any way turns out to be something that isn't really matching your energy, it could be completely different. As this is like a broad group reading, so it could be like both sides. But if this person turns out in any way for you, group number 3, to be something that you weren't looking for, it's saying that because of this person, even though it doesn't align like right now, right away, it does mean that you're healing something by choosing with your heart, by maybe leaving this person behind when the mask falls in a negative way. You're learning the true value of you, and that is a victory. And your ancestors, they are guiding you in this emotional transformation. They see how much you've tolerated and how much you have carried quietly. And this is so important because I feel like you're a person that doesn't scream like I'm carrying this burden, but you're silently almost like suffering. And so you hold it all inside, you bottle it up, but at the same time they're saying this time it ends with you, with grace and not anger. So it is like how you leave something behind that makes it a karmic, or that makes it that you don't need to return to a certain situation ever again. So if you leave something in love, it is a way of saying, I'm okay, I've done the healing, and I'm able to let this go. If you're unable to do so in any way, and that's also possible, It means that something will return until you learn the lesson that needs to be learned. And we all need to learn certain lessons. So for you, group number 3, it is really important on how, if this turned out to be negative, how are you going to walk away from the situation as the mask is falling and as the truth is rising in this connection, right? And right now, I feel like you're handling with such poise, with honesty, with emotional intelligence from the octopus, and with presence. So I feel like they're asking you to stay in the presence. So whether you stay or walk away or simply grow, make choices that your soul can be proud of, because you're already becoming the one that they are dreaming of, that they are dreaming, that kind of like would rise. They're already so proud of you. And so keep making them proud. So it's not like a pressure card. Just want to say that. I already also say that in the other group that this card fell in. It's not a pressure card. It's kind of like more of a hug from your ancestors. You are releasing so much burden and they're so, so proud of you. And there isn't a better way to close this beautiful reading off for you, group number 3. I am absolutely proud of you that you're staying here and you're staying in your energy. You're hopefully closing this with grace and honesty. And that is the most perfect way of leaving something if you're planning to leave this situation. This person is making so much internally because, in a way, this person has opened up deep wounds that have been carried within the relationships and even past you, within generations, within maybe your family or your surrounding. And you, my darling, are now closing maybe something off that is even bigger than you. And when you do it with love, this is going to be the last one that is going to enter your field like this. So group number 3, I get that this is a very intense reading. Let me know in the comment box down below if this resonates with you. And if it does, please give this video a big thumbs up. For now, I just want to give you such a big hug for this situation. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye! Hi there, group number 4, and welcome to your reading. So today you're here because you are drawn to this beautiful crystal. And the feeling that I'm getting from this energy, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a very double, all type of like energy that I'm getting, which is very different than all of the readings that I've done before for today. But this is a very, I don't know, I feel like a fierce energy. I also feel like the energy is almost light, but at the same time, it carries a whole lot of intensity. But I'm not sure yet if that intensity is pleasant or not. And I can't put my finger on it. But it feels intense. And maybe that's for me, that maybe as a person, I'm not into like that much intensity. But for me, it's like, whoo, burning fingers, hot dang, intense. And so when I'm feeling this type of energy, sometimes it can be too much. Yeah, I'm curious about this. So let me put it down and let me hop into the cards and see what we can figure out about why this person is stirring something so deep within you. Let me see if we can get some cards for you to get answer to that, group number 4. So let's see today what we have. Oh, la la. So kind of like got all the cards right at once. So we have like here the 10 of Pills starting. We have the 6 of Knives in return as second card. And then we have the High Priest as card number 3. And then lastly, as card number 4, we have King of Cigarettes. So I'm definitely getting a mix of a whole lot of energies here. And let me start diving into this energy. I do feel like a lightness into it. It's this card reading kind of like, as I said, like it's not subtle. Or definitely not subtle. It's also not soft. This connection feels like it's burning through layers. It is. It's almost like maybe I'm saying like, is it love or is it transformation? Like, what am I sensing here, you guys? So the first card, let's just kind of like start reading because I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm kind of like feeling and seeing. So this card, it signals something like emotional bliss, but here it's kind of like idealized, like a dream that may not be fully real. Like there's a fantasy of everything falling into place, but it feels like almost like unreal, like what is happening, or is it what you want it to be? It's, I don't know, it's so blissful, but then at the same time it's almost like you can't grasp it. So maybe group number 4, this is kind of like the way that you're feeling, like you're floating and not being able to fully ground. Like that's the energy that I'm feeling. Like that's a blissfulness, but also it's not stable. Like it's a little bit wonky. That's kind of like the emotion that I'm feeling, and this is the exact feeling maybe that this person is bringing into you, and it's kind of like, it is a little bit scary to me. So that might be like the feeling that you guys might be having when feeling this. Like it's almost like this person is bringing something in you that's a little bit wonky, a little bit, I don't know, like scary. Blissfully, but also scary. And then we have here the 6 of Knives in reverse. And it says here, like, when we got here the 6 of Knives in reverse, like even it's not reverse, like you're moving away. But here it's in reverse, so it feels like you're not moving here. And I feel like even though a part of you knows you should, or knows that things are unsettled, it kind of like screams like a little bit of an emotional loop, like being drawn back into a cycle that feels familiar, but it doesn't always feels healthy. Or maybe it's not always healthy. Let me put it like that way. It feels like you're stuck between desire or a piece. It's like a magnet that keeps on like coming to you, like pulling you back in. Every time you're flying away, you're kind of like drawn back in. And that's exactly what I'm feeling here with a combination of 10 of pills combined here with the 6 of Knives. It's kind of like, it should be a bliss, but it's not hitting the bliss. It's like something is in a hiccup. Like it's looping, and you may be wanting to feel that bliss because there is something very magnetic about this person. There's something that keeps drawing you back in, right? But you're not getting the fully bliss. And I think this could be a little bit of the reason why this person is so holding you within its grudge almost, is because there's something about them that keeps drawing you back in, but at the same time you keep hitting, I don't know, like something in the connection is not moving. And it's almost like you keep going back because you like the blissfulness, but at the same time you got used to hitting that rock, right? So it's almost like you're going back because you're used to it, even though you might know that this is not healthy for you. That's kind of like what I'm feeling. And with the High Priest here, it feels like it's kind of like it might be that you guys have like a spiritual contract with each other, but also with the element of authority here. He or she might be like a very rigid person, and you're being asked here to call on your higher self on, whether this should be like this way. So it could, like, this card could also be meaning like now is the time to step into your own spiritual authority and ask yourself, like, does this connection serve even my own growth? Is this connection even good for me? But there is something, I also feel like something in our energy that is very magnetic, that draws you to them as being like a high priest. So it feels like you feel like there is a contract with this person. And the reason that you feel that like there is a contract, that there is something deeper here going on, is the reason why you keep going back. Because every time you hit that rock, you are saying to yourself, I should try again, because next time will be better. And that's because the underlying thought of that is this contract, this higher contract that you have with this person. And so with the King of Cigarettes here, we have someone that is very charismatic, okay? But this person can also be very intoxicating. And at the same time, having that fiery sense in them, they're very dominant. So this person that you're drawn into it, I feel like there is a very physical connection with this person. So you're feeling, I'm so sorry about that, you're feeling very drawn to this person because this person is very, authoritative. You're drawn to that higher energy. You're drawn to their maybe power, to the power that they show. And in a way, you'll like that control. You'll like that you don't maybe have to think, or someone being a little bit dominant. But if a person may come off as extremely confident, they might also bring fire that is not always warm. And this is the feeling that I had. Like, it's almost the exact words that I used when I got this. It's burning. It's burning within my soul. And that is the exact energy that I'm getting from this person, from this connection. It's burning in your soul. And so when something is burning into your soul, my darling, this means that it can throw off some balances, and that you can be pulled into someone else's flame. Like, you're ignoring your own. You're not living for you, but you become this person who's living for another person. So I think for you here lies a question that is very deep and rooted within your soul, that you should be asking yourself, like, this connection might feel faded, but at the same time, it is a very explosive connection. And in a way, remember, this is a group reading, but I am going to mention it. I feel that it could be explosive in a sign as well as physical. And that's when you have to ask yourself, is this love? And if this person is physical in any way that is not positive, do I feel safe? And it's okay if it's intense and, the intensity overwhelms you. That's okay, because I was overwhelmed by this as well. I was like, I don't like this. This is not my vibe. But I do know that some people do like this vibe. And that's okay if you can handle it. If it feels safe for you, then this connection is okay. But if something, again, is explosive, then it's a great question to ask yourself if this is something that you should stick within, even though you feel like it's a soul connection. And one thing that I want to say, even if a connection feels like it's faded, even if you have a soul connection, it doesn't mean that when something is a soul connection that you have to stay. You always have a choice. And the choice should be always when you feel loved and safe. That should always prevail above any other choices. So some connections are just meant here to kind of like awake you, but not to remain. You get to choose what love is for you. you know, sometimes some people come into your life just to stir up the fire, just to remind you that you have it in you, that you're capable of intense love, or that you've been missing that. Sometimes people are so caught up in, you know, real life, and then someone needs to wake up that fire. And so something very intense comes into your life. But as I said, not everyone that comes into your life should always stay in your life. And that's kind of like a great nuance for this reading, because I do feel like the energy here is absolutely crazy. It's crazy, as I said. And I feel like there are things that need to be said in this group. So I just wanted to be like clear about that. So group number 4, this one is for you. So let's hop into the below the surface oracle deck and see, what we can get here for you in the cards. So let's see what pops up. Wow, great. So we got here the blue whale, the ultimate fulfillment. Dream big, it will all work out. So what I'm getting here, it's so funny because I had a couple of cards that were like similar in a whole group, which is crazy because we have a deck here of 44, I think, cards, and then still we are picking almost like the same, which is crazy. Okay, so with this, I feel like this is for you definitely a learning, a growth here. It's definitely stirring something deep within you. It's hitting you very, very deep. And this connection is meant to stir things from deep within. Because look at this. Your heart is literally, it's pouring. It's literally pouring. There is so much emotions. And I think this is the twist of grace. Like after all this fire and the soul burn, it's like a gentleness in this whole fiery reading. It's like a reminder that true love doesn't scorch. It holds. And I think that is group number 4, where it hits you, right? Look at this. True love. The cup is full. And it almost feels like it's telling you, like, you're not crazy for dreaming in that devotion. But love is also about emotional safety. And that dream of you is absolutely valid. If you feel it in your core, that's it. And I don't know about this, but seeing this blue whale, I'm just seeing like another whale here. And this is something that I'm noticing here within your reading. With it will all work out. I feel like maybe you need to leave this connection for something beautiful to come in, because what you're dreaming for here, group number 4, is coming your way. I'm also seeing here 4-4. I'm just like, I didn't get this in other readings, but to you, suddenly it comes up. I'm seeing like you're gonna be so fulfilled in the future that you're maybe going to look at this connection saying, oh my God, this was too much for me. This wasn't the right connection for me. And I want you to know that even if this connection doesn't stick, that your truth has, and that you're worthy of love that doesn't cost you your peace, your dignity, your physical or emotional health. I think that is really important. So whatever you are here, group number 4, remember that. It doesn't have to be this way. So the next card we have is the coconut octopus. You're on the right path. Keep going through the in-betweens. Wow. It's so significant, and I love, love, love this card. I almost can like see the light here in the coconut octopus. It's so beautiful here, and it's telling me something very, very deep. And I think it's kind of like an anchor of everything that I've just mentioned throughout this reading. And it's so encouraging as well for you after, the burning intensity, the karmic loops here that we're seeing. And it's almost like a call to the self-trust. It is just saying, it is uncomfortable. And yes, you're going through uncertainties, maybe even feeling lonely in this connection, because sometimes when we're going through something rough, we can get like a little bit into isolation. Oh my God. Isolation, you guys. So yeah, it is kind of like, it is troublesome, and it is also sometimes very painful, of course, to go through this, but you're not lost. You're in transition, and you're actually right where you need to be, because sometimes when we're kind of like in these karmic loops, we're like, how did we even get here, right? Why are we going back? We are like in this feeling of maybe blaming ourselves and just getting trapped into this or these emotions. But look at this. The coconut octopus, it builds shelters from scrap. It's very resourceful, and it's wise, and it's quiet and brave. And that's kind of like what I'm seeing. Oh, look at this. It even has like a car helmet there. And just looking at it, it reminds me that even if you are rebuilding after, being scorched, you're doing it beautifully. And to me, it says like, even though, my darling, you're not in a relationship that you want to be yet. And even though like you may not fully trust yourself because you keep returning to this karmic path, you are on your way. And this, where you are at this moment, is also very telling. You are going to get where you need to be. I think that is really important. But you're kind of like in between phases right now, because you're seeing that might not be the exact spot that you want to be. But you're growing and you're learning, and then that, I think, is where the true message lies. I feel like you're not maybe truly in love, but maybe you're just, as I said, like in the beginning, it's almost like you got comfortable with these emotions and situations, and that is kind of like where you're at this moment. So even though you're not sure where you want to go, that's okay. It's okay to just be like in between spaces. You don't have to decide right away. So we got here number 36, the blue shark, serendipity, meant to be. What is next is no coincidence. Oh my good Lord. Oh my goodness. I love this sweetness. I love this so much for you here, group number 4. It's bringing a whole big smile here, because look at this. What I was saying, like the blue whale, the ultimate fulfillment. When I saw that maybe another person is just like right around the corner, goosebumps, literally goosebumps, because this is the final wave for you as a reassurance that you didn't know you needed, but that came here right to you. This is something, I mean, after everything, okay, you're here in the fire, you're trying to work through the karmic, the confusion. I mean, this is a card that doesn't push you to act. Like, it is just saying, like, stay where you are. What happened next is a part of a divine unfolding, and you're not lost. You are being led. Like, all these cards are slowly, like, telling you the story that you're not lost. you're not drifting, or for you it's the meaning. Maybe you're afraid that you're gonna like gone off road, right? But it doesn't mean that to you. It means that you're aligned and the serendipity is here, and it's going to be a sudden insight. It might be like a sudden person coming into your life. Or wait, maybe not this one. Sorry, hun. This one coming into your life. Okay. You're part of something that is very sacred. And I feel like the universe is literally conspiring in your favor even now. Like, it's so beautiful. It's like they're saying you've been through so much, darling, and know that something beautiful is on the horizon. And maybe you're like, oh my God, no, I don't want that. I'm not ready for that yet. That might be like half of the group, or maybe even more, because you're in this right now and you feel like this is your life right now. This is your focus right now. But in the end, with this, I feel like I want to say to you that this connection, it has cracked something open, and what comes next is going to show you what you're ready for. Because what is coming is literally no coincidence. It's a response of your courage. It's a response to everything that you have gone through. And I think that is really, really beautiful. So group number 4, you burned, you cracked open, you're rising, and they're saying keep doing that. Because literally what is coming next is magnificent, is amazing, okay? So, dang, group number 4, you've got me here. Getting goosebumps, and I feel so happy for you. So we have here, let go of control and relax into your flow, which is, I mean, what else can I say? It is completely aligned with all the other cards that we have here. It is definitely saying that you need to surrender. It might be like you try to figure it out. You try to figure out why you always come back, why you're hitting the rock. You know, even in the contract, maybe in the terms of should I stay or should I go? But sometimes you don't need the answer. You just need to let go and things will solve. Things will solve. It's not the push, it's the presence today. And that is what is going to lead you. You already done like a brave part, and now it's time to let the soul do its own journey. So this last card that I have for you here, group number 4, it says, oh my God, look at all the hearts on the cards. But your soul whispers love, your ego shouts fear. This is the last card that I have for you today. And it's almost like a mind-heart battle that I'm seeing here. Not even like almost. It is a mind-heart battle that I'm seeing here that is being unfolded. And I feel like in a sum up, it really defines this relationship that you're in. You have been stuck between this pull and push, wanting and wanting. These two, okay? So again, it's almost like your spirit is saying to you, please do not chase clarity. Feel for peace. Feel for what truly means the world to you. Your ego wants maybe control. It wants maybe guarantees or even possessions. But the soul, it wants the truth. It really wants to flow, and it wants love that feels safe, that feels good and feels great. So this fear that you might leave something behind that is truly valuable is just a fear. And sometimes we shouldn't listen to the fear. I mean, sometimes we should never let fear be our guidance. It's all about what you feel. So what I feel here for you, group number 4, is what's next doesn't need to have to be figured out at this moment. It will come in time, because there will be a beautiful moment for you in time and space. And there is definitely something coming your way. I mean, the spirits are making this very, very clear. Like, it's almost like they're not pushing you, but they're definitely pushing you to a different direction here, which is crazy, but they are. They are. So if you feel at this moment overwhelmed, confused, or afraid, just pause and breathe. I think that is one true here for you. And let your soul just be here. So this pick a card reading, I feel, was very emotional and, wow, very deep. And I hope that you, group number 4, got like a little bit of guidance to what you're going through and a little bit of explanation to what is happening within this connection. And I truly feel you here, group number 4, but know that sometimes when a door closes, there are so many other windows that are just wide open for you. And that this is not the end, only the beginning. So group number 4, if this happened to resonate with you, be sure to give this video a thumbs up or meet me in the comment box down below. I love reading your comments. And for now, I just want to thank you for being here. And I wish you a wonderful, wonderful week. And I hope to see you in my next one. Bye.